Hi guys, welcome to today's lesson where we are going to set up a Cloud9 development environment and then deploy a Lambda function automatically from that environment. It's quite a handy IDE to use when you're up in AWS itself. So let's just get started. First of all, we need to navigate to Cloud9, which is the web-based IDE that Amazon provide. We want to create an environment. I'm working out of the Frankfurt region. You need to give this environment a name, so I'm going to call this demo envar1, just so I know how to delete it afterwards. Put in a description if you want. Configure settings. We're going to create a new EC2. It makes more sense when we're up here. We'll keep it on the free tier as the micro for now, and actually that will actually work quite well. Amazon Linux. After 30 minutes, it'll actually turn off the EC2 to save you some money. You can change that up if you want. I usually stick it at 30 minutes. And it'll create its own service role for the purposes of making the EC2. Next step, just double check everything is fine, and that's create the environment. Creating this environment can take kind of like 1 to 4 minutes, just depending. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video here, and then we'll pick it up once the environment is created and we're in. Okay, that's the environment up and running. I'm just going to leave the main theme because I find it quite handy working in dark mode. But if you want to change it, feel free to click this button and you'll have a series of themes. Same with the editor, same with the keyboard mode. I'm just going to leave this all as default. Great. So this is actually an environment on the left hand side, and if we want to create a Lambda function, we go over to the right hand side and you can see that there's actually a Lambda icon. And what we want to do is click that icon. Click the Lambda plus icon that actually means create a Lambda function. I need to give that function a name. It must be alphanumeric, contain no spaces, and you can't have any hyphens or anything like that. So I'm just going to call this demo function 1. And if you hit next, we'll take the empty Python. You can select a runtime from the top as well, depending on what you want to do. So if you want a Python 3.6, just click 3.6, and then that's an empty Python. Function trigger, none. We're not going to use a trigger in this instance. We'll leave the defaults as they are. You can automatically generate a role for that Lambda, which has some basic permissions, and obviously if you want to use different services, you add more permissions to that role. Or you can choose an existing role that has all the required permissions. I'm just going to let it create a role for the purpose of this demo. A wee summary screen just to let you know what's going on, and then we will click finish. This will take about 10 to 15 seconds just to populate the script onto the screen. So you can see it's working through, and that's us ready to go. So we'll just do a really simple basic demo here. We'll take out the predefined code, and instead we'll type in the print function. And what we'll do is we'll print the event that is going to come in as text. So what we're saying here is this event argument that's coming in is going to be an array. That array is going to have a key pair called text, and we want to print out the value of text like we've done in previous Lambda lessons. Okay, then what we're going to do is preview this. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you save it. So hit the save command on your keyboard. So I'm using command S on Mac. You can use control S. Alternatively, you can go file save all. So that's it saved. Okay, and then what we're going to do is actually we can test this Lambda function inside the IDE using the preview feature. So if we go to preview and we say preview this file, you actually get to put in a payload as a test. So what we're going to do in this payload is put in text and then colon hello world. So what this is saying then is that for the text keeper, print out hello world. So event comes in, looks for text is there, print out hello world, and if we run that, it takes a few seconds just to compile. You can see then that we're printing out hello world. So then if you wanted to say something else like hello world, visit johnnychivers.co.uk and then save it. If we run that, you'll see then that we get that print message. Now, one of the benefits of using Cloud9 is then to make this Lambda function actually appear in our Lambda console and push it to a remote function. We have that option. So if you go down here and you click on the function that you want and you say upload, that means that that function will now be pushed out to the remote functions on our Lambda console. So it's just that deploy the selected Lambda function. Once these dots stop spinning, we'll actually end up with our Lambda function ready to go. That should be it now. So if I just go and navigate to the Lambda console, you see that we have that demo function. So I'm just going to click into it really quickly, and you actually end up with your inline editor again. And if we want to do a test case in this scenario, we click test, and we'll put in the same payload. So it's text, and then we'll put in hello world 2, and we'll give that a name of test 1. Oh, you can't have hyphens, sorry. We'll give that test 1, and we'll create. And then if we run that test functionality, you will see that we have managed to run our test and print out hello world 2. So that's kind of it for the day. That's a very basic introduction into Amazon Cloud9. As you can see, really great for packaging and deploying Lambda functions. I'll put this information as always for free on my website, johnnychivers.co.uk. And until next time, thanks very much for watching.